everybody, and welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob, and I'll be your dungeon master for tonight's game of Vecna, Eve of Ruin. We've got Dasha, Mike, Tim, Andrew, and John back reprising their roles in this epic Chapter 8 in Avernus. How's it going, everybody?
Good.
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 Going well.
Good. I'm glad we all are sitting in chairs on tables. It's great to just relax on a Wednesday evening on the East Coast. Isn't that right, everybody?
King in the castle. I have a chair. King in the castle.
I got a whole couch I'm sitting on.
Oh, forget it. The couch, desk. Oh, it's great. What about you,
Sounds
Dasha?
wonderful.
How you doing?
I'm once again on the floor because our stuff has not been delivered yet after moving. Chat, place your bets. When is Dasha's furniture and possessions going to arrive?
It's crazy.
1 day, a week, a month?
What are the odds here, everybody? We're gambling a lot in this chapter. What are the odds here?
Sorry about that.
We were told 1 to 2 weeks to wait. It's been almost 3 weeks now. So place your bets in the chat. How long is it going to take? I truly don't know anymore.
So, like, how do you eat dinner? You just eat at the counter or something? What do you do?
Yeah, we stand at the counter in the kitchen.
You have like folding
How long
chairs?
does a lawsuit take to settle? That's going to be my guess.
Would you say?
So 13 years.
How'd you go to sleep? How'd you go to sleep?
We do. I mean, we bought a couch when we moved here, so we're sleeping on the couch.
I guess a sofa bed.
It's a sectional, so there's the two sides. My fiance sleeps on one side, I sleep on the other. It's actually pretty comfortable, but I'm ready to not be sleeping on a couch.
Do you want to come borrow a table and chairs?
If it goes on for too much longer, I may take you up on that.
I think I'm like 30 minutes away. 35 minutes max.
Yeah. I have many tables, so
yeah,
I can spare one.
Yeah. Let us know what you need. And chat,
by
let us
next
know.
week, I'll let you know.
I have an extra coffee maker. We could get you an apartment like piecemeal.
Sounds good.
Chat, what do you have for Dasha?
Yeah, everybody, let us know what you're going to give Dasha. Thank you.
What's the stuff in the garage you've been told you're supposed to get rid of like 3 years ago and you still haven't done it? Come on, we all have those things in the garage.
I'd like to do a garage sale at some point, but it's a lot of work, the garage sales. Not a lot of money in return. We did it once before, got rid of a few things. It's like, it's okay, but...
You can just leave it out for the trash and it just no work on.
That's right. Exactly.
Or,
leave it out in the
people
trash.
come and pick it up. Like the different charities will pick it up.
You ever post on like Facebook, what is it, Marketplace? You can
I did that. It was more trouble than it was worth, I can tell you that.
My mother has a website that's like just free stuff. Like she literally just gives stuff away.
It's Buy Nothing, I think it's called. It's actually, maybe I'm mixing the two of them up. My wife does it all the time. Buy Nothing. And you can it's on Facebook and you can just, people in your area can just take stuff that you don't need. Pretty good. Sometimes you get some hidden gems in there.
Yeah, she's found random toys for Oliver on there sometimes.
Yeah, no, it's actually great for baby stuff. We've both given. It's really, really good. But what else is a hidden gem? Curse of Strahd, which is finishing its season 2 over the next week. So the way it's working is part 1 of the finale is tomorrow night. We had to move it because I was in Philadelphia on a school trip. But part 2, which is again, we're splitting the finale up. Part 1's tomorrow. Part 2 will be next week on Tuesday. And you don't want to miss it because it's going to be, epic. Absolutely epic. It's going to be a cliffhanger because both the parties splitting up. So we don't know. Part 1 won't know what happens to part 2 and vice versa. And actually, Andrew, Tim, and Dasha are part 1 tomorrow, right? That's the case?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. So you don't want to miss it. It's going to be great. And that's going to lead into our little icebreaker here today. So I went to Philadelphia, and the last thing we did, which I love the movie Rocky. I'm a big fan. It's one of my favorite movies. But I've been to the steps a few times now on school trips on my own. The steps at the museum there, and you can look over and see like downtown Philadelphia. It's a really cool sight. I get it. None of the kids have seen it in the movie. None of them have seen the movies.
Not even the Creed? None of the newer ones?
They don't watch movies anymore, Bobby. You bring a movie in one day for a class, and they're going to get bored at the fact they're watching a movie.
Right.
It's more than 7 seconds.
Yeah, it's true. So with that in mind, my question to you is, which is your favorite Rocky movie? Because I know we've all seen Rocky. Not a chance that any of us haven't seen it. Go ahead. We'll start with Dasha. Go ahead.
So I haven't seen Rocky.
Mm.
I think I said this on the channel before, but I grew up, I missed out on a lot of like classic American films because I was brought up on old Soviet cinema.
Rocky
So-
4 wasn't allowed in your house.
Not that it wasn't allowed. My parents just didn't show it to me, and it's funny. 'cause
Actually,
my-
after Creed dies, that's the end of the movie in Russia. It's just, it's just not.
Do you know the premise?
I know the general idea.
Rocky ends
I
the
have-
Cold War. He ends the Cold War, basically.
I love it. I should watch it. It's funny because when my parents became empty nesters, they went on like a classic movies kick, and now they've gone and watched all the classics. But when I was a kid, I saw some films, and I saw stuff at friends' houses, and I saw like children's, like Disney movies, basically. But never watched Rocky growing up. But I could tell you all about Soviet World War II cinema. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
But that's got to be my next icebreaker question, I think. Soviet
I love
World
the
War
one
II.
where they share a potato together. That's like a really good one.
which one? There's so many where they share potatoes together.
Well, that's a good response. That it wasn't on, just wasn't on. Let's see, Andrew. What about you? You're also
I watched all the Rocky films one after the other. The last day in my high school with my high school friends before we all went off to university. So
classic.
they all merged together in my mind. But I like the one where Rocky's friend dies and the guy is like, if he dies, he dies.
That's 4.
I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, I like
That's Drago. If he dies, he dies.
that one.
I'm pretty sure there's like 4 more
cool.
Rocky movies after that one, but
I think
if
it's
you
Rocky
include-
5, right? There's like one with his kid and everyone's his kid gets
I think
beaten up
that's-
or something.
I think that's 6, 7, and 8. All the Apollo Creed one, because there's the one that he comes back as an old guy, right? And he's got to go up against the like kind of chubbier, younger fighter.
So
That's Rocky
that's Rocky
5.
Balboa.
And does that count as 5 in the Pantheon?
It's 6 in the Pantheon.
That movie was garbage.
Yeah, it was really bad. It was literally reminding me of Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul this year because it was the same like equivalence. It was like his age, the same age bracket. It was ridiculous. But yeah, we don't really like Rocky Balboa. No.
Wasn't that movie also like 15 years ago?
20.
Wow.
Yeah. I know. Time flies. But I mean, in my opinion, the best Rocky movie is 1. You can't get much better than 1. But then 3 and 4 are hilariously like entertaining. So I think either of those are pretty good. What about you, Tim?
I also grew up on Soviet cinema, so I've not seen the Rocky films.
Really? Not even the new recent ones? Creed?
No, I haven't seen any of the Rocky films, and I really don't have a good excuse. It's
Okay.
just not something that was. I mean, I didn't have cable until I was like 16, so that's part of the reason. And then my house was just not like a big sports movie house. So
It's so little about sports. I'll be honest with you. Rocky 1, remember, won Best Picture. It wasn't really about boxing. It's really about,
It was a slow year.
look, man, I
no.
played the Rocky theme show and we played the theme song in Pep Band. Like I'm familiar with Rocky as a concept and an idea, but like if you ask me about the finer details, I'm like, it's got Sylvester Stallone. It's an allegory for the Cold War. It's about the extent of my knowledge.
I think it's important to know that it beat out All the President's Men, Network, Taxi Driver. How did it beat out Taxi Driver?
It's
'Cause
better
it's-
than Taxi Driver.
It's better.
It's
It's a
better
great
than
movie.
Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
You talking to me? Nobody else here.
No, they're both great movies, and I could see why Rocky won Best Picture over that. I think that would have been too jarring for some people.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
it also got what's his name murdered, right? Because she told him to kill the president. Isn't that the whole thing? Why Nixon got? Which one was it? There was one of the crazy assassins said that
Oh,
I don't know.
the little girl prostitute in the movie,
Yeah.
Helen Hunt. I confuse all of them. Those 3 blonde ladies are the same person.
I know who you mean, and I know exactly was it Hinckley and Reagan?
Yes, I think it was Hinckley and Reagan,
Hmm.
and that was like his excuse.
Yeah.
Like she told me to do it in the movie. I'm like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Jodie Foster, that's the one. Helen
That's-
Hunt.
yeah.
Helen Hunt, Jodie Foster, and Laura Dern are the same person to me. I swear. I've never seen them in the same movie at the same time.
Big Laura Dern fan. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that. Rocky didn't tell anybody to kill anybody, so that's why it won. Mike, what about you? You watch Rocky?
I mean, I saw them. It's been a long time. I'm a big fan of the Party at Kitty and Studs. That's one of those, right?
Wait, what?
It's a bad joke. That's Stallone's first movie, and it was actually softcore pornography.
I thought it was a runner.
Didn't see that one.
No, I guess I'll go with the first one. It's been so long since I watched any of the Rocky movies. Last time I probably watched one, I was probably a teenager.
I just looked this other movie up though.
I'm surprised.
Careful, Bob.
I mean, not that I've actually watched it, but it's like Sylvester Stallone lore at this point. Everybody,
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's well known.
Wow, he did gain the nickname the Italian Stallion here, I guess.
Say, I don't know
Yeah.
Rocky, but I'm familiar with the nickname, the Italian Stallion. So
He carries it over into Rocky too. Wow. All right. Well, good. I'm glad. This is good. And for those of you who haven't watched it before, I mean, Rocky 1 it's a must. The others are they're almost memes at this point, but Rocky 1's it's a great film. And just like this episode is definitely not a meme, we're going into the Colosseum to fight some devils and demons and things. So, you ready to play?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Last time we played, we had, I think, success, a pretty big success in the two areas of the casino. You went to the Alabaster racetrack. You ended up winning on the horse races because you were technically cheated, I guess. But the Rakshasa, who was in charge of that area, the pitmaster there, liked that you had some skill, some gumption, and you also saw through his illusion. So he convinced you to do it, and you won big, and he respected that, gave you a scale to get into Dragon's Pride. And then, of course, the next one, you went to the nerd hall, and you ran into the chess master, the dragon chess master, Nissa, who's a blue Abishai. She's the pitmaster there, and Eroviel discovered that she had been cheating, or at least attempting to cheat, which may be why she's so good at dragon chess. She can read your mind with her medallion. Once that was called out, she was startled, flustered, and I think it was Everard again came to the rescue here, bested her in the tactical play, and of course after that she gave you a dragon scale. So you've got 2 of the 4 dragon scales that you need to get into Dragon's Pride. Now let's see, as you enter the Colosseum, what challenges await. Here we go. I'm going to put on some music here. I have the perfect music from Tabletop Audio. Pit Fighter here. Can you hear that?
Oh yeah.
As you approach, you can hear jeers and shouts rise from the open-air Colosseum made of deep red stone. Over the sound of roars and clattering metal, a booming voice excitedly commentates on the fight. Mike, you can tell the booming voice is that of one of the casino pitmasters named Kai Paroth. He is an Abishai who is a fierce warrior. I don't know how often you come into or Bobby comes into the Colosseum, but you at least know who he is, and you can get a sense for his tone of voice. And at the end of what appears to be a battle, you can hear him shouting, saying that, finish him. And you can see as you enter in, looking over the Colosseum stairs down below in the pit, you can see that there is a bearded devil lying on the floor near death, kind of crawling away. A demon, a Balgura, is standing over him, fierce and mighty, and seems to be listening to the beck and call of Kai. And he looks up, beats his chest. Barguras is these like ape-like demons, red fur, and they look almost like a demonic-looking gorilla, and beats its chest before pummeling the Iker out of the bearded devil down on the floor. Once the devil is dead, clearly destroyed, its body turns to ash and disappears. The rest of the crowd is cheering, and Kai Karath sits back in his box seat overlooking the arena and sits down. You come in. What do you do?
So I suppose we're supposed to sign up to fight. I imagine that's how you win favor here. I don't know.
Feels like that's the best option going forward. From where we are, can we see the box clearly? Can we identify like a clear pitmaster?
Yes, you can. Unlike when you were at the racetrack where it was kind of shrouded, this one is like right out in front. And I think it might be good to switch over to a battle mat. I don't know if we're going to have battle. That'd be weird.
Yeah, who fights in a coliseum?
Right.
That would be strange.
All right, there you go.
Can anyone polymorph me? I'll take that as a no.
No.
So you're on your own there. Sorry.
Not a bard or a wizard among us, huh?
Nah.
The bearded devil is gone. It's destroyed. You've seen its remains turn to ashes here. I'm going to move it to the side. But you can see the bald girl still prancing around, kind of looking at the crowds. There's a bit of a high wall here, so it can't really like get to anyone, and doesn't seem like it has the desire to. But it definitely flaunts its muscles and its strength as it goes around, pounding the ground, pounding its chest. And after a little bit of time, you can see people start to, get up to get refreshments, place on bets and things like that. And Kai Karath stands up and says, "It is now time for the premier fight. Who amongst you challenges the Colosseum?" And he flies up into the air, kind of getting the crowd all riled up. He flies around. You can see him coming towards your section.
Are we gonna fight this gorilla demon?
Do I have any idea what the premier fight is since I've been here?
It changes from time to time. Kai Karath brings in unique creatures to fight.
It could be. Sometimes they just have other stuff, though. It's not necessarily a devil or a demon. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it's just random exotic crap they dragged in from whatever plane of existence they felt like going to.
Can I ask, is there somebody near me, another patron?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna. What are they fighting this time in this great fight?
You can see a shifty-eyed half-elf. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be funny. You see you could see a devil. You could see like a horned devil near you, a very powerful-looking horned devil, who looks like he might be like getting ready to even volunteer to fight. And he says, "It is unknown until the time of battle."
How many of us can fight him? Fight the challenger?
As much as Kai decrees.
How many is it usually?
He says, "Depending on what will you fight. 1, 2, 10.
Will you fight?
Considering," he says. He looks towards his like a purse that he's got, and he pulls out a bunch of talons, but he's like, "I'm looking to make some coin."
Is that what you win if you fight? Coin?
Talons, of course. And he says to you, "And potentially trip to the VIP lounge."
All right, well, you heard the guy. I guess you got to volunteer us. Now you're the leader. I'll follow you into whatever pit you go into.
Can whoever's competing will use only weapons, I imagine? No magic slot?
You didn't hear any of that. No, you can use magic.
Oh, boy. Well, this might, I might volunteer then. Let's see.
I'm ready, boss. Let's go in there.
Kai Karath
Let me against that beastly bastard.
Kai swirls around and says, "No challengers? Anyone?"
Arubio sighs and takes her bow in her hand and looks over at Hex and Kolgath.
Yeah,
Well,
I look at Hex and Kolga.
start to... Go ahead.
We challenge Shrugen friends.
He flies over once he hears it, flies right over to your section in the stands and lands with a loud thud. And he looks up at you all, and he doesn't recognize Hex. Doesn't seem like he knows who you are. And obviously, you look like an ogre, so he doesn't really recognize you either, Kolgath. And then he doesn't really know the two of you, but he sees Boppy. And he says, "You there, Harengon.
Yeah.
Are they with you?"
I think it's more like I'm with them, but yeah.
Are you stepping into the arena of battle?
If this guy goes in, I'll follow him. Yeah, I mean he's saying sure. I guess I say sure too. Whatever. Oh God, I can't believe I have to do this. Lemon, you got anything to drink?
Very well, he says. It will take all of your might. And he looks at all five of you since you've kind of joined into this conversation. I was thinking of offering a sixth, but I'm sure 5 will do.
My
It'll be
friend
better
here, he
odds.
wanted to play.
It'll be better odds, he says, and he flies away. The Horn Devil looks at you and goes, yeah, I'm good.
The
The crowd cheers.
Spada Bada.
The crowd cheers as you agree, and you can head over towards the stairs. The stairs descend down into the area of the arena. I'll move your tokens there.
I don't have vision. I don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, right now you have to click off the. Oh, that's on the other screen.
No, it shouldn't be that. It should be.
Yeah, you never changed
I
us
can't-
over.
I
now
can't
we
see
go.
anything either.
Oh, really? Get out of here.
I can now. Finally.
I just see a black map.
Yeah, just black.
How's
I
that?
can see
there you
everything.
go.
Now I can see.
Hooray.
But Andrew, you don't have access to your token?
I'm there, aren't I? Yeah, there I
Yeah.
am.
Can you move your token?
I can't.
Yep.
I cannot move mine.
Really?
I'm still the Everard of old in my token.
There, I dragged one out that I can move.
Okay, let's use that then. And can everybody else move their token?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So Kai Karath gets you all gathered into the arena, and you can see that there's a Barlgura there, the same one that was before. And he says, "Are you ready for the premier challenge?"
What's with the goat?
He flies up to his box seat and says,
Oh.
he says, "Every fight needs bait." And as you hear that, you feel the ground start to rumble. And the Barlgura starts to panic, smashes the ground, smashes his chest, looks around, is fierce. And then up from the ground, a massive hole in the floor opens up, swallows the Barlgura whole as a purple worm erupts from the floor of the arena.
You know what's funny? I don't think this is my first time fighting a purple worm
A
on your
purple worm.
No, I don't think I think you're right. I think you fought one before.
I fought it with him. I
think
Roviel
one
did.
shots.
Yes.
I think
The
it's
one
my
I
fir-
Roviel was in. Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's my first purple worm of D&D.
Really? Nice. Well, let's roll initiative. Let's see how this goes. First time for everything.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
All right, so I see we've got John Colgath the 4,
Terrible.
Typical paladin
Awful
roll.
Frickin' rolls, Jesus.
Boppy
Oh
at a
my
7,
God. Guys, that was brutal.
Everard at a 10, and Hex,
Some
what'd you get?
level
9.
2 rolls we got here.
Wow. Everard's going first
With a 10?
with a 10.
Oh dear. Hello?
Didn't
You're going first with a 10.
Reveal get a
can hear
didn't
you.
Reveal get a 12?
I got it.
Oh. Oh, did I miss you, Aroviel? Sorry. Never
I
mind.
think so. Yeah.
Aroviel goes first. It's Aroviel, Everard, Hex, Boppy, Colgath.
Okay.
All right. Aerovial has faced this before in the one shot she was in on the channel, so it's not
That's
her
true.
first rodeo.
Yeah. Because
she's-
you've faced one on the channel before, do you want to know some information about these things?
That would be great. Yeah, if I could recall some.
Give me a
info.
history check. For every it's we'll say 10, 15, 20, I'll give you more pieces of information. One piece of information for each one above that.
16.
So it's 2 pieces of information. What do you want to know about this thing?
Any weaknesses I remember from our first fight? And
It doesn't have any true weaknesses, but it also, you remember what did it in was like mind affecting magic, I believe. In that was the Candlekeep Mysteries episode, the last
Yes.
one, I think.
okay.
So it does not like immune to mind affecting magic. So it's not a
Could I
weakness
also-
per se, but it's
Susceptible.
susceptible to.
that.
Yeah. What's your other question?
If I could remember what type of damage it did or what types of attacks it favored against us.
So it'll try to eat you all and digest you. And if you do enough damage to it, it could, in theory, regurgitate you.
Okay.
That's typically how
Lovely.
it fights. It also has a tail that can attack with.
Okay. All right. Aerovial is going to cast Lightning Arrow at 5th level. And that's going to be anytime I make a ranged weapon attack, when it's concentration, my arrow is going to turn into a bolt of lightning, and then it's going to be 48 lightning damage on a hit, or half as much on a miss, instead of whatever the normal damage is. I might not keep this up for long because it might affect people near the target, but I'm going to do it on my first shot. So, and I'm also going. No, that is my bonus action. So 17 to hit. Okay. And
Sorry. 17 does not hit. I apologize.
does not hit. Okay,
Does not hit.
I'll try again. So that it'll take half the damage.
Even when you miss, that's what it was.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Roll your damage.
Let me just. It was 17 was half, so 17 lightning,
Got it.
and then I'm gonna try to attack again. Same thing. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
18 hits. So I guess I need to. Do I need to reroll the damage from the lightning arrow? I think I do. So that'll be. No, that was an attack. Oh no! Wait.
That looks like
20.
damage. Yeah.
20 damage. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Plus Colossus Slayer, since it is already damaged, which is just an extra d8. Extra 5 damage.
Nice. So you launch out a series of arrows with lightning kind of like arcing from the arrow, and it does damage to it. It hits it a few times. You can see the shocks waves kind of go through its body, and clearly is angry with you. Do you have any other actions or movement?
I'm going to move as far away from it as I guess closer, but like staying far away. Is there a railing here? Like
There
on
is.
the
It's
sides
actually
of the arena?
It's not a railing. It's actually like a pretty big. It's, I think, like 20-foot wall. So it's
Okay.
you have
Okay.
to stay within the arena area as well. So actually, everybody should go into the arena because they'll close it off on you. So like here, we'll say is close enough.
Okay. So I'll just kind of be in this corner with like reloading my arrows.
Perfect. Okay, now we go to Everard. You have a 10.
Great. Everard's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to move to there. And he's going to shoot it with his crossbow. He wants to use a entanglement brass crossbow thing. So, I need to cast Hunter's Mark before he does it on it.
Okay, so you cast Hunter's Mark as your bonus action.
Yeah. So that's a 21 to hit.
Yet that connects.
So it is entanglement. See if this brings it up. He has to succeed on a DC 17 Dex saving throw or be restrained for 1 hour.
Yeah. Let's see.
And let me see how much damage. And damage is 15 damage.
15. Very, very nice. Now, I will say, Andrew, I don't know that your crossbow, I know that it doesn't have a restriction on it here. I don't think that the crossbow entanglement feature will work on this such a large creature. I know that it doesn't have it, so if you wanted to change that, I totally understand. That's fine. But I don't think you can restrain this creature this size.
Oh,
He's too big. Yeah, because I think this is some sticky webbing, but it's coming from your crossbow. And again, your crossbow is not really, I don't think it can
okay.
pin
Well,
this
can I
thing down.
do you mind if I change that?
Please do. Yeah. Mhm.
Because I guess I would have known that it was too big for my arrow.
Yeah.
I'll do paralysis instead.
Okay.
So, it
So it's a
takes
con
an
saving throw.
extra. So it takes an extra 32. Whoa. 32 lightning damage, and must succeed on a DC 17 con save or be paralyzed for 1 minute.
It succeeds on the con save.
Okay, so it takes 32 plus 15, 47 damage total from me.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, you rolled pretty high on that.
Oh, yeah.
The poison
only four.
damage, or
It was amazing. 10, 4,
lightning.
10, 8 on D10s.
cool.
I
Excellent.
hit it right in the roof of its mouth. It goes up and you see lightning arc from it.
Sweet. Lightning
It doesn't
seems to
look
work.
happy.
Yeah. All right. Excellent.
Bob, I realized I made a mistake on my last attack. I only rolled 48 on that last one. It should have been 68 because I cast it at 5th level. Can
Okay.
I
So go for it.
roll an additional 2d8?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Amazing. Add 9 to whatever I did.
Okay, doke. All right, so at this point, you have the two archers go to the sides of the arena, this star-shaped arena. You shoot lightning type attacks at it, whether it's a bolt from your crossbow or lightning arrows. It is its turn. It's gonna go. It's gonna move. I still think, even though Rovio added that 2 there, I think Everard did more damage than you. So it's gonna go after Everard.
Surely it would be scared and run away.
And let's see. Everard, what's your armor class?
17.
Okay. Let's see. All right, it's going to hit you with a bite. It's going to grab you here. So, since you are small enough to be consumed by the creature, you're going to give me a dexterity saving
large.
throw. Yes, you are still in the you're still within the category.
I am large, damn it.
Actually, I forgot about that. Your token should be a little bigger, but yeah.
Yeah.
But you are potentially being swallowed here, so you need to give me a dexterity saving throw.
22.
Nice. That's what you need. So
All right.
22. So you're not swallowed
Yep.
by the worm. Okay.
But
However, you are still going to take 19 damage from the bite.
I have resistance to regular damage,
Then you would get it. Yeah.
so that's 8, right? No,
Mhm.
9.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's going to sting you with its tail. It hits again, this time for 15 piercing damage.
Piercing.
Mhm.
So it'd be 7 more.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, you are immune to poison.
I
are
am
you not?
immune to poison. Yes.
That's very big. So it hits you with its poison stinger. The piercing damage will be the only thing that affects you, because the 41 poison damage has no effect.
Haha, your poison has no effect on me, worm.
That's right. And then
I don't
what
think
it's
the
going
worm
to
is smart enough to understand an insult.
it doesn't. And then it's going to burrow underground,
Good to
and it's
know.
going to go straight down with the rest of its speed that it can. Let's see, how much further can it go down? It can burrow 30 feet. So it's going to go, it moved from here, so that's 5, 10. Actually, it's got reach, so it's going to go 5. and then it'll go down 25 feet underground. It leaves behind a large tunnel. So if you want to attack it, I would say that you can see the tail end of it. If you'd have to go up to the big pit.
Literally, the tail end of it.
You can see the tail end of it. And then we go to Hex. Bop, you're on deck.
All right, I want to go up to the tail end of it for sure. And for my bonus action, can I use my Hexblade's Curse feature on it?
Mm-hmm.
It's essentially like just a better hex spell, mechanically. I don't have to concentrate on it. And then I want to try and attack it with my my sword if I can.
You can't reach it because it went 25 feet down.
Too far down to reach with sword? Okay. Instead of the sword, then I'm going to use a spell. Is it? It's. I can still see within 120 feet of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 25 feet. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Can I see? Can I use a Sickening Radiance? It's going to make a con saving throw of 21.
Sure.
Which I feel like it might be good at, but we're going to try it.
It might be very good at that.
Let's see what happens here.
It fails with a 19.
Oh boy! Well, it's going to take terrible damage. Just a brisk 17. And let me see if there's any other effects. It just can't be invisible.
Okay. It
wasn't
will
going to do anyway. Yeah. So, you're welcome, everybody. The purple worm is no longer invisible, and it is cursed. And I'll just be standing there on the edge of its hole, looking up at the box.
You're looking down at the edge of its hole. Got it.
Yeah, that's it. That's
up at the box. Yeah, I heard the whole thing.
Arovia will yell to get away from it.
No, this is fine. Trust me, I got a plan.
All right, hold on. Let me try that.
Are you not entertained?
I just want to let you all know that with the lightning arrow thing, you all could take damage too if you're next to it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that also.
I'm going to shoot Eldritch Bolts at it. Or blast that. Because I'm not jumping into a fucking pit, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Nah, those are both going to miss. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to back up.
Boppy moves over, and at this point you see Lemon zip over the stadium's crowd. She's like, Boppy, where are you? Boppy, where are you, Boppy? She's looking for you.
That's my turn. Until it ends its turn above ground, there's not much I could do.
Yeah.
So
fair enough. Polgath.
Bonus action Shield of Faith. And then I'm going to... Well, I can't do it.
Oh, Bob, I forgot to activate something. Can I do that? It was a bonus action.
Please do. What do you got?
It is called Dig Deep, and it gives me resistance to piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning for a minute.
Sweet. Yeah, you can do that. Mm-hmm. And what do you got, Colgath?
Right, so I can't see it or attack it or...
It's underground, right?
Do anything.
Unless you want to throw yourself in the pit.
So I'm going to ready an action for when it runs up. I'm going to take a nice big swing at it.
Okay.
With one of my one-handed weapons. With my spears.
All right, cool.
Yep.
So you ready in action. And
with my
then,
maul, excuse me.
With your maul. Got it. You ready in action. You cast Shield of Faith as your bonus. Let's jump up to top of the order here. Roviel, what happens to your lightning arrow?
Sorry, dealing with Zoom on a phone is interesting. If I shoot this lightning arrow at it, anyone within 10 feet will take damage potentially. So haven't done anything yet, but next time I attack, which is
25 feet underground, remember?
Yeah, 25 feet underground.
It should be fine if you shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there, the hole it went into, the tunnel is still there, right?
The tunnel is there, yes.
Okay, so if I shoot it and it's down there, then we're all far, I think it's within 10 feet people take damage, but we're probably farther away than 10 feet, so I'll stand right next to the tunnel and shoot right down into it.
There's also a hole here, in theory. There'd be a tunnel from when it first entered.
Mm-hmm.
But you could see it. Yes, if you go to the end, you could see its tail end. I'm going to give it some cover, though. That's what it would be. Go ahead.
That's okay. I'm just going to do both my attacks. 19 hits, 17 does not hit, right?
So I am going to give it a
Or
little
maybe
bit of
with
cover
cover.
because it's going to be mostly obscured here, but it's big. I would let you see it for sure. The 19 won't hit then with that.
Okay, so neither attack hits, and she is frustrated, and she'll back up, back into her corner again.
Okay. And then, of course, Everard, it's your turn.
I'm
You were-
gonna.
The crowd, by the way, Everard, is cheering right now. And you can see here Kai Karath up in the top here says, the Orthon. Cheer for the Orthon. And, of course, everyone in the stadium goes crazy. And there are people like, what's his name? All the devils are like, what's his name?
I'm gonna hold the crossbow aloft and scream, "Say my name, Everard! The odds, Everard!"
Everard, Everard.
Man, he has a lot of people can hear him down
I'm
there.
gonna very ostentatiously prep an acid bolt, and when the worm reveals itself, I will shoot it at it.
Okay, cool.
I also just want retcon. I'm using my spear, not my maul. Sorry.
Fair enough. So you could throw it.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, but there's a different reason. But yes.
Oh, okay. It's fine. I imagine Kolgath is like, this ain't my spear. Where's my spear?
I have so many weapons around my back and my belt. Like I really should. If my strength wasn't at 20, I should be encumbered.
All right, let's see. Well, here's some readied actions going off. Erovial, the ground beneath you trembles. It opens up into a large maw of the purple worm. Let's see here. Readied actions from Kolgath, Everard, and Erovial can go off.
Cool. So, you guys mind if I go first?
Oh, I rolled.
You can, whenever you'd like, Mike.
No, go
up and say
for
for
You
it.
can go first. I just.
I
No,
had
Andrew.
no ready to action, so
I got
so what do you guys-
23.
Go for it, Andrew.
23.
23
Does it
hits.
hit? Yep.
Mhm.
Does that hit?
Yep.
It does.
Okay, let's roll my damage. And can it please take a
Ouch.
DC 17 con saving throw?
It passes.
Okay.
So does it
So it
take half
doesn't
the
take
acid
that, but
damage?
It will take an extra D6 damage.
Gotcha.
An extra 3. Oh, that's
Okay.
depressing. I got a very low score. Okay, so 12 damage.
12. Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
that's it. Oh, half as much damage on a successful one. So what did I get? Acid 16. So it's 20 damage in total.
Gotcha.
Take that.
Okay. And Kolgath?
So when a creature enters my reach, I get to take an opportunity attack.
Oh,
So
I thought you meant you were going to throw it. I apologize. It didn't come within your reach.
I know, so I don't get to do that specific thing
No, but
Right,
if you want, I'll
even though
let you
it's-
throw it.
because it's not within my range. Yeah, I mean, I'll still do my regular attack.
Okay.
I just
a
got
thrown-
unlucky on the cool thing I wanted to do.
Okay.
No,
No worries. I hear what you mean.
yeah, because I can't run up with my readied action, right?
Correct.
It's where you're standing kind of
Mhm.
deal. Yep. So I'll throw my spear.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Nat 1.
Nat 1.
That ain't going to do it.
Feeling
All right.
nervous, Hex. A Colgar?
Never.
What was that?
Never
Some
feeling
nerves there, Colgar.
Ah,
Everard.
Erovial.
I guess I slipped. My hands are still a little sticky from the blood of the last guy we fought.
Erovial, you're hit, I believe. What is your armor class?
18.
Yeah, you're hit with the bite. You need to give me a dexterity saving. This is probably something you're pretty good against.
Oh yeah. 30.
Oh, 30.
Whoa.
God damn.
Plus 11.
So the ground collapses, like some of the sand goes into its mouth, and You're the floor that you're stepping on. You're starting to like, do the classic like Legolas. You're walking up things that clearly shouldn't support your weight. You land on its jaws or its teeth or something and propel yourself to the side. It does hit you though with the bite. It just does not swallow you. So you take 26 piercing damage. And then it's going to attack you with its stinger.
Okay. I'll use my reaction to Uncanny Dodge. Is it Uncanny Dodge for... Can I use that for multiple types of attack? Or is it just for, like, I have to pick the stinger or the piercing?
You would pick one attack that hits you and you'd have the damage.
Okay, cool.
Probably
Yeah.
the stinger. I think so.
Probably the stinger. I think it's going to be that. We'll see how much damage.
So you want to not do it on the bite, right?
Do I have to choose before I know the
Yes.
damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it for the stinger.
Okay. It misses you with the stinger.
God damn.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Well,
no,
that's
that's still positive that
That's a
he
good thing,
missed you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it
Yeah, you
would've
can't
been-
complain about it missing you.
You would have
All right.
taken 63 damage from that.
Mm.
Okay. So yeah.
So if it had hit you, it would have been the right choice.
It would have been the right
Uh,
choice had you been hit.
Yeah, would have been
Yeah.
the right choice. It was the right choice, I think. You did the right thing.
Great.
And then we're going to go to, I think it's Hex and then Boppy.
All right, so the worm is now like above ground and showing itself.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna cast I'm gonna start with a bonus action on this one. I'm gonna ready up a banishing smite, and then I'm going to roll up towards the creature and hit it. So ignore that last dice roll because I don't know why I just rolled banishing smite. But running up towards the creature with a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
21 hits. So it's going to do 14 damage plus a d6 for the Hexblade's Curse.
Okay.
So 17 now, plus that 22 force damage for the Smite. So 14 plus 3 plus 22, 25, 39. Someone check my math.
Sounds good.
And then I get a second attack with the sword because it's my packed weapon. So I'm going to try and hit him again. And let's see. That's a 31 to hit.
You hit.
And I think because it's a natural 19, it counts as a critical hit with Hexblade's
Aha.
Curse.
Okay. Roll your damage again then. Roll the damage dice again.
All right, so the damage dice again. Right now we're looking at 7 plus 10 plus the d6 for Hexblade's Curse.
It would just be 6 more though, because you don't add your strength
Yeah.
again. Yeah. So
So
7
it'd
more.
be the
so
7 plus the
Original 7. So 14.
plus 1.
Okay. 15. Got it. Nice. You did a lot of damage there. So that was a total of 34, 22, 15. Not 34, excuse me. Oh, geez. I messed it all up. But I know what you meant. I got you 30, what'd you say, 6 in total, and then 15.
We have finally fixed the curse of Hexblade's Curse and in Avernus, where Hex was death by 1,000 cuts for not doing real damage.
Yeah, this is some pretty good damage here. All right, so now, after that, we're going to go to Boppy. What do you got?
All right, I'm gonna punch it because that's basically what I do.
Oh, there you are, Boppy.
You don't bop it? You just
I'm gonna
punch
bop it. Gonna bop it.
Yeah.
Bop it real good. Bow, bow,
Well, I don't have a way of getting advantage, so I don't think I'm gonna throw haymakers because I know this thing's got fucking high AC. So I'm just gonna punch it. So I have 3 attacks base. So that's 1 hit, 1 crit.
Sweet.
So that is currently 25. And then I'll spend a Moxie. And that will let me do the old 1-2, which is an extra.
The old one,
attack.
too. I like that. So it's another,
That's a
what,
miss.
10 more? Oh, no, that's the to hit roll.
No. That's the hit, so that's it.
Yeah.
So it's just 25 I did.
25. Very nice. This thing is beaten up pretty
magical
bad at this point.
bludgeoning.
Yes, bludgeoning. Yep. And then we go to Kolgath at the end here.
All right, I had so many things I wanted to do, and I guess none of them are all that necessary. So I'm gonna come up here, and I'm gonna swing big. So with my maul, I'm gonna swing my first attack. That's an 18 to hit.
That does hit.
All right, I'm gonna attack and use some smite damage. Oh, I didn't give me a chance to go a level higher. All right, well,
You could add more.
yeah. I'll add.
Just simply roll it. Yeah.
But even that, why? Oh, the 1d8 is my extra smite that happens. Okay, so that's not smite. So level 1 smite is not undead, right?
No.
Oh, great roll. All right, my second attack is coming in.
What's the total on that attack?
That is 12 plus 15.
So 27?
Make me do math on the fly. Yes,
Yeah. And the
2 plus
15 on
5
that
is 7.
second maul attack does not hit.
Does not hit. All right.
Does not hit. All right. And then we go to the top of the order here. Eroviel, Everard, the Worm.
I think I need to roll if I maintain concentration on my lightning arrow thing.
Lightning arrow, yeah.
Is that
It
a
wasn't-
con saving throw?
It is, but it's going to be a 10, I think, is because 19 damage was what it did to you, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you should be just a 10. We'll give you the
Oh, I rolled a 9.
lightning arrow drops.
Oh, lightning arrow drops. That's okay. She will. This thing looks pretty bad. Shape, you said?
It's hurt. Yeah, pretty bad.
It's hurt. Okay. We're gonna do the thing that worked last time against it. I remember using this. She's going to cast Guardian of Nature, specifically the Great Tree version of Guardian of
Oh.
Nature. So essentially, I don't think this is no, it is concentration up to a minute. So her, and I don't know, Bob, how this would manifest in Avernus, because I feel like it would be different. The description says, your skin appears barky, leaves sprout from your hair, and you gain the following benefits. But I don't know if she would look like a regular tree in Avernus, if she got maybe like a burned, singed tree.
Do you remember? Actually, I don't know if you guys did this in Avernus, but there was a event that could have occurred. You could have is one of those like things that happens in if you go to an area. There were trees that were like decaying and sprouting out like demon cocoons. I'd imagine it would look like that. I don't think you actually went there, but that was something that does exist here. So I'd imagine like they're like trees, but like they look slimy and coated with ichor and all this like I said, like pods of creatures growing from it would sprout from the branches.
Beautiful. So yeah, she retains her humanoid form, but that sort of like skin appears. So this gives me 10 temp HP. I get con saving throws with advantage, dex and wisdom based attack rolls with advantage, which will hopefully be helpful. And while I'm on the ground within 15 feet of me is difficult terrain for my enemies. Now, my question is, how deep does that 15 go? Is it just on the surface level, or is it like if it goes below the earth?
We'll say it goes 15 down, sure.
15 down. Cool. So that's my bonus action, and I am going to attack it, and I think with advantage.
Okay.
And I'm right next to it, so it's a 33 and a 28.
Yeah, those both hit. Yeah, both hit.
Oh, but, okay, all right. I guess I don't need the advantage. I'm right next to it. Does that?
Hold on, you don't need it, but you could crit, so you might as well roll it.
Okay.
Oh wait, because you're kind of cornered there, and you are right next to it, though. You're shooting a ranged attack. You would have disadvantage. So
yeah,
you actually.
I think I hit regardless.
Yeah, you hit regardless, but you don't need to roll like an additional die.
Yeah. Okay. So I hit both times, and we're just gonna do that damage. So 16 from the first attack, and 23 from the second attack.
16 and 23. That's going to be a total of 39.
Mhm.
It's still up.
All right.
It's
She
still up.
reloads her arrow. She's ready for her next attack.
Let's see, Everard. What you got?
How damaged does it look to me?
Very damaged.
Oh, Everard screams to the crowd. Everard! He drops his crossbow and he pulls an infernal dagger
Oh,
and he hurls himself at the creature.
Oh.
And he
that's a hole,
stabs
though.
it.
That's a hole. That is a
Oh.
hole.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to go. Oh,
Right
no, I
here.
want to be like... Oh, I can
Right
get
here.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
He hurls himself. It's slightly blocked by Boppy. Pushes Boppy out of the way. And then he rolls to hit. 17.
You miss.
Ah!
You miss.
Oh, Boppy! You spoiled my aim!
I mean, maybe you could see if you weren't wearing a goddamn gimp mask.
That's right. Let's see. Is that your only attack?
Yeah.
Okay, Boppy. not
Dropped his
Boppy.
crossbow to do one dagger attack.
He wanted to do one. He wanted to really cool, I think. Yeah.
We're trying to gain favor. It's not a bad idea.
Hex.
I don't want to kill
What's
it
your
with a
armor
crossbow
class?
bolt. That's the arrow. It's
Say it
not
again,
noble.
What's your armor class, Hex?
Oh, my armor class is 19, but when it rolls to hit me, I roll a d6, and if it's 4 or above, it misses no matter what it rolls.
Ooh, go ahead, roll it.
All right, let's see. Let's go 4 or higher here. 3.
Ah,
So if it's a 4 or higher on a d6, it's like a 50-50 chance it misses you always?
Yeah.
That's wild. All right. It hits you.
insane.
Give me a strength, dexterity saving throw.
Oh, no. That's a 19.
You got just out of the way here. It does 16 piercing to you.
I'll take it.
Okay.
And I'm resistant to piercing.
Okay, so you take 8, and then it's going to use its tail. We'll go the tail on, let's see. Tail on a Roviel. Want some revenge from that last time.
Right.
All right, here we go with the tail. It hits you. You want to use your
Oh yeah.
what was
Uncanny
you-
dodge.
uncanny
For sure.
dodge. All right, give me a Constitution saving throw.
I will make that with advantage because I'm in my tree form.
Ah, look at you.
And you get +2, by the way.
+2. Okay, so 17 plus 2 is 19.
You
What's
might be
the
too
range-
far away.
What's
It's
the
10.
range on that?
This is a Roviel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're too far away. Sorry.
All right, then 17.
All right, so 17. You do fail on the saving throw. You're going to end up taking, let's see. So it would be 19 piercing and 42 poison. So you'll half the damage because of uncanny dodge. So it would be, can't think of math, but 61. So half of 61. You take 30.
30. Okay.
And then it's going to burrow underground.
So before it does that, I get an opportunity attack. Even if it
Yeah.
disengages, I still get the opportunity attack.
It doesn't disengage. You can take the attack opportunity. It's going to go slower, too, because of Aroviel's tree ability.
Do I also
Oh.
get an op attack?
Can I get a,
Say,
I get a
how do you get
reaction?
up attacks on this thing?
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
if you have
do
to-
the thing where I get to do +10 to the attack.
Sure.
heck is
The,
that
like the
thing
power
called?
attack. Yeah, the heavy weapon master thing.
Yep.
So here's the thing, everybody. If you have a melee attack, you can't use a ranged weapon on this or magic.
Yeah. Well,
I got one.
Go for it.
so
You can all
it
do
has it now has a speed of 0 because I hit on that. So it
so
can't
I don't think the
move.
rest of us get op attacks then, right?
I got
It's a great
26.
point.
Well-
It's no longer moving.
it. That's true. It would all go. This would all go at the same time. So I'll let you all take the attack.
Ooh, 26 hits, I imagine.
Ah, I miss.
22 to hit for Hex.
So Hex hits, Everard hits, and Boppy, you missed.
I missed, yeah.
Colgath, you hit. Everybody
Yep,
do your
90.
damage.
19.
19. What'd you get, Everard?
I got 22.
22. And Hex?
13.
13. As this thing tries to scurry away, the tree roots that slow it down from Roviel's new form make it a perfect target for these attacks of opportunity. And you pummel this thing as it starts to turn its head into the ground. You score it, open up its insides. The thing is like halfway in the ground. Like it's kind of like its bottom is still in the old hole. The top is in the new hole, and it's just there slumped to the ground. All of its guts spewed out onto the floor
Does the
beneath
big
it.
ape demon crawl out of it?
No, because technically when they are dead, they go back to the abyss. So
What
Well, I
does
just
gone.
didn't know if he died or not in there.
So this
He's-
poor
he gone.
worm didn't even get a snack.
he got the Barlgura. Oh yeah, you're right. He disappears. Yeah, exactly. He didn't
What
even
does
get
the
a snack.
crowd say?
The crowd is chanting, cheering, and let's see here. I have Everard. You did a total of 67 plus. In your last round, you did how much damage?
12 plus 22, assuming you failed to save.
Yeah, so I think you did the most damage to it. Arovio had you clocked in at 81, and Hex was going right up there. Hex was very close, but there was that last round that you got to go. Hex didn't get to go in that last round that I think sealed the deal for Everard to have the most damage. So Everard, they're chanting your name.
I'm going crazy.
Everard.
Everard! I go and get my
Pokemon.
crossbow and wave it around.
Sure.
Ariel rolls her eyes.
Kai Karoth jumps down and glides down to the group, and he says, "An impressive display." He says, "You there, warrior, Everard.
Everard is here.
This arena hasn't seen warriors like you for quite some time. Would you indulge in one final bout against me?"
Yes.
He says, "Clear the arena. Everybody take a seat. Everard's got to fight this guy."
What?
We don't
Hang
get
on.
to fight.
Hang on. Oh,
We
what?
get to watch.
I kind of suck, everyone.
Oh,
You're all higher level than me.
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
you're gonna
not
do
a
great.
higher
Come
level.
on.
I'm not a higher level than you. I think I'm the lowest level here.
He
It's
says,
about
"You
getting
there,
honor.
Harangon. You there.
Yeah, what?
We will need an announcer for this fight."
Oh, all right. You got a microphone? Is that a thing down here?
He does. It's an infernal microphone, and Lemon comes flying over. She's got it in her hand. It looks like something from Mad Max. It's like almost like a megaphone, and with like the speakers are shaped like a skull. And she's like, "I got this one for you, Boppy."
All right. Yeah, give it here. Let me see.
You grab it, and he grabs you and Lemon and flies you up to the booth. You're
Do
up
they
in the
sell
booth.
concessions in this college? Like, do they sell snacks?
Oh,
Definitely,
please,
yeah.
I
Fried
will flag
abyssal
down
chicken.
a popcorn seller or whatever the infernal version of popcorn is, and I'm just eating my popcorn, laughing, about to watch this fight.
It's popcorn, but it's just like doused with like hot chili powder, so like habanero, so it's like super spicy.
Great.
Can I have?
Abyssal chicken fingers.
Abyssal
I want.
chicken
See,
fingers.
I want popcorn abyssal chicken nuggets.
They have them.
Ooh, yeah.
You guys can go up into the box seat and watch the fight. All right. So now, Andrew, here's the rules for this. Okay, there is a lot of damage already on this thing, and these are holes. These are legitimate holes in the floor. So if you go into the holes, you could fall in them. All right. Now he flies, and he's flying around the arena, and he's riling the crowd up, and he says, "Cheer for your warrior before his noble death." Oh, this is great. Everard, are you ready? What are you doing to
Okay.
prepare?
All right.
I'm casting Cure Wounds on myself
What's the name
Go
of the pit boss again?
while this is
Hi.
going on.
Kai Karoth.
Kai Karoth.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, he says, "All right, Harangon, introduce us."
All right. On one side of the arena, coming from somewhere else that is also probably like hell, is Everhard.
Bruh.
The crowd
Yeah,
goes
on the
I did
wild.
other
just cast
side.
Cure Wounds on myself, by the way.
You're good.
And
Alright.
on the other side, from this very arena, your pit boss, Flying Broth.
And he looks back at you with a glare. He's like, "It is I, Kai Karoth." And he lands with a thud right here. Superhero style lands. And he
One
says,
fist in the ground kind of deal.
Yeah. Totally superhero style, cracks the floor beneath him. He says, "Begin the fight, Harengon."
All right. I look around for a bell.
Boppy's over there. She's got a gong. She's got the big old mallet to hit it with. She's like, "Just say when."
All right. Go for it, Lemon, as hard as you can.
Yeah. And bong, it clamors throughout the entire arena. Roll initiative, Everard.
Ugh. Oh,
He has a
9.
19.
9.
He goes first.
Hot start.
That's a blow.
He flies up into the air
Oh, good.
and dives down on you
Oh, that's
from the
not
back. He's going to give you a bite. Oh my god, a critical hit. Oh dear lord.
Oh, that does not look good, ladies and gentlemen.
good. But is it poison damage or fire?
Oh, this is not good, Andrew. I apologize. This is bad. This is real bad. So he comes
What
over
color
and
is this?
lands like on your back and bites you. He does a total of. This might knock you out, Andrew. Oh my god. Damage wise, because of the crit, it's 32 piercing, which I think you are resistant to, right?
Yes, I guess that's 16.
16 and 92 fire.
Oh,
Well, you know what I say to him? You cannot burn the Everard! Because I'm completely immune to fire damage.
What? Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
You were the perfect person for this choice.
Take
Oh,
that.
this is excellent. Okay. All right. And he laughs and he says, "A worthy foe. Taste my claw." And he
Yeah.
slashes at you. Oh my god, another critical hit.
You're joking me. I can't see these rolls.
The viewers can though. That's what matters. The viewers
oh,
can.
that's brutal.
That's
All right,
You
so
hate
the
to see it.
fire does nothing to you though. So that's good because even his claws give you fire damage. You can see like
oh, all right. Oh,
like these gouts of flame come up from the slash, but it doesn't hurt you. But you still take 41 force damage from his claws.
Force
Ooh,
damage.
no resisting that.
Oh,
Force.
this is bad.
This is bad.
I don't
This
think
is bad.
anything resists force damage.
But I'm still up.
All right, so that's his multi attack here. He does his bite and his attack, and he's actually going to, I think, he's going to use a special ability here. He's going to use his frightful presence. Give me a wisdom saving throw. The DC is
What happens if
18. If you pass it, you are frightened of him.
Crit
That's right,
fail.
third attacks. So what happens if he dies?
I get a 1.
You get a 1. Good.
Mhm.
So you're frightened of him, so you'll have disadvantage on your attacks. It's your turn.
It's probably like Boppy doesn't realize he has the microphone, so he like turns to talk to Hex when he says that, and the entire audience hears.
Yeah, yeah. That's it.
Well, I've got disadvantage anyway, so I don't care about shooting the crossbow. I'm going to shoot a...
You see bets changing. A lot of people bet hard on Everard in this case, and now they're like, "I want to put it on Kai. Put it on Kai." What do
I'm
you
going
do?
to shoot a paralysis
Ooh,
arrow at him.
nice. Now you will get Oh, you have disadvantage anyway, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. Oh, no.
What'd you get?
A 22, but also an 11.
What's the 11 for?
Disadvantage.
Oh, right. You have to roll twice. Okay, gotcha.
It's going to be impossible with disadvantage.
Yeah, the 22 would have hit him, and the 11 unfortunately does not.
And how do I get out of being frightened?
You cannot. You are frightened
Yeah.
for the next. Let's see here, for 1 minute. At the end of your turns, you can try to ignore the effects. So you can roll another wisdom.
Okay, and I'll do Hunter's Mark on it as a bonus action as well.
Okay. And your wisdom save for frightened.
Oh, crit. Oh, I only get 1s and 20s. At 20 it passes.
1s and 20s.
26.
That's all you need. All right.
Alright, so
it's his turn.
That's good.
He's gonna purposefully allow for an attack of opportunity as he flies slowly away from you, like turning his back and looking at the crowd, and he's like, "Cheer for your champion!" And go ahead, take an attack of opportunity. He'll give you advantage because he's looking away from you.
Oh. Does 21 hit? Well, I'll roll it again, This is the Infernal Dagger because it can't be a shooting attack. 21.
It does not hit him, so his natural armor is so, his scales are so strong that you kind of hit it, it glances off it, doesn't really get a good solid hit, doesn't break through his armor. And he flies up away from you about maybe 20 feet in the air. And again, he looks to the crowd. He's like holding his hand, his claw up to his ear. He's like waiting for the crowd. They're booing now, actually, because they don't like this. They don't like that he's like showing off here. What is
fight with me? I invite my friends in.
What do you say, Boppy? What's the play-by-play here?
All right. Looks like Everard's a really good guy if you need a fry cook. He's good with heat in the kitchen, but he's still getting his ass clawed. And I guess when he says that, I'll turn towards Hex and shrug at him.
Hex, do you want to say anything? You're in the box as well.
I don't want to say anything. I'm still kind of here in incognito, so to speak. But we came down here to save Boppy, and we don't really have a vested interest in letting Everard die. Like, do we join this fight?
I'd be happy to tag team in.
From the high ropes, here comes Colgath.
I wonder if we can be subtle and like disadvantage Kai somehow using magic.
That's what I'm trying to think. Like, if he's in the middle of the fight, can I cast like magic this time and be like, hey, like?
But is that honorable enough to get a thing?
Probably won't get us favor.
If we just lose with honor, will we get favor?
Well, the first guy liked us cheating.
Yeah.
And Matt gave us his favor, but I don't know if that's the case.
What do I know about this guy, Bob? How does he feel about cheating?
Yeah, so like the Rakshasa, he's very deceptive, right? He's like a sneaky guy, you know what I mean? Whereas this dude is all about honor. He's all about winning.
Okay,
he's fighting.
Is he poncing around a lot right now?
He is.
Showing off. Can I go invisible while he's doing that?
You can. It's your turn.
Oh. And he's above me, right?
Yep.
Oh, well, I'm going to go invisible. And as he's not in contact with me, I'll back off a little bit.
Okay.
Actually, I won't go invisible yet. First of all, I'll back off a bit, and then I'll shoot him first.
Oh,
no, another critical one.
Wow, you really do roll 1s and 20s.
My God.
Damn.
Right. And now I'm going invisible.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move cunningly into this hole.
Oh, into the hole, like kind of climbing down the edge?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Gotcha. Give me a stealth check. Even, you'll have advantage because of the invisibility.
I'm pretty stealthy. Oh, I got another one!
Oh my God. Well, your second one.
12.
You gotta...
You have advantage, he said.
Yeah, you have advantage because you're invisible. I would throw this dice away if it was real life.
A long time ago.
18.
18.
Okay.
Still anti.
He looks around, scans the area, and it's like, I'd imagine if this was a movie, he'd be looking around and you can see like the camera zooms in, little bits of like the sand or the dust from the arena floor that you're gripping kind of poofs up when you go down to the bottom. It's very faint. Even the crowd doesn't know where you are. They're scanning and searching, but he sees you. And he flies down, grabs you. He's going to give one of his attacks. He's going to grab you as a grapple here. You'll have it. He has disadvantage on his attack, but grappling you if he knows where you are. I don't know. I don't know how this works actually. What do you do here? He wants to grab an invisible creature. Usually that's replaced. I'll give him disadvantage on his athletics check. I think that's probably the fairest thing to do.
Makes sense.
All right, go ahead. Give me a athletics check or
Me?
acrobatics.
You want me to do this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He fails. I'm pretty sure he rolls a 7. So
I rolled. You said I have advantage. Oh, I get 18, so I don't need to roll. Okay, I got
Yeah.
18.
So you're good. He can't grab you, but he says, "Oh, the hell with it," and he slashes at you with his last attack, with disadvantage because you're invisible. 27.
Jeez.
How many hit points do you have left? He does 17 force.
14. I have 40 hit points left.
40. Okay, so he does hit you for 17 force, and he's
Sounds
hovering
wonderful.
over you. You're kind of like crawled into the pit. It's your turn.
So he's hovering over me, so he's not within 5 feet, right?
He is. He slashed you. He was within range to slash you.
Oh, well, I'm invisible now. So I'm going to try and back off without getting hit, so I don't get disadvantage.
Okay. I won't take an attack of opportunity. Go ahead.
And then I'll shoot him with a... what's he probably worth at? Dex or Con? Probably...
Con,
But anyway.
they're both probably pretty good. Flying, you'd think he'd be good at Dex, but
I'll try an entanglement one. With my crossbow.
Hmm.
Oh no! 9.
Almost a 1. A 2.
it was a little better than a 1. 100% better.
Yeah. Wow.
Uh,
Another bolt
Your
flies
rolls
by
are
him.
Freaking
I want to see if
Absolutely toxic.
I want to see if my invisibility can recharge.
Not on this one turn, though.
It doesn't. No.
Yeah. Because
Anyway,
you'd have
go
to...
on
Oh,
then.
I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay.
It's gone, so I just want to see if I get back.
All right. His turn. He says,
So I'm not
"Let
invisible."
us end this now." And he swoops down for a bite and a claw. For the bite, we got another critical hit. Oh my god.
oh my god.
You take 31 piercing, which I think halves to 15, which keeps you still up.
Yep.
And the claw, a 19. And that'll be 13 force. That'll do it. So what he does here, though, is as he's attacking you, his last attack, he kind of waits. So he's got you like right on the ground, and he looks around to all the rest of the people in the arena. They're chanting, "Kai, Kai, Kai." And he looks over you, and he does the last bit of his damage as non-lethal. And swipes his claw across your face. You go unconscious. So you are passed out.
All right. And with that, Everhard is now ever soft.
The crowd
see about
goes mild, and he swings himself up, gets his wings flapping, gets up to the center of the arena, and he says, "An excellent fight. They stood no chance from the beginning, but a warrior was ready to meet his death." He swoops over to the edge here, and he sees that Hex has already... He brings the body with him, too. He'll bring the body, and he'll swing it back up here. He says, "You fought valiantly." And he puts his body down on the floor. He notices that you have the scales, the pins on your chest.
Yeah.
And he says, "Your crew deserves the honor of the warrior." And he waves his hand, and you can see the red scaled piece goes next to the blue. And he says, "Who are you?"
Just a group of ragtag people in Avernus looking to find our way to the boss, the real boss.
Impossible. I've seen many a warrior through the arena. None with that combat prowess. He looks to Kolgath. The strongest ogre I've ever seen. An elf. that doesn't deserve a horrific death. And Harangon, you work for Snake Eyes, don't you?
I did.
Did?
Well, past tense. She wasn't too happy with me.
Then you belong here, in the arena. Her loss, or his loss, is our gain. You will commentate every fight, from now until eternity.
Honestly, that sounds like a great time, but I kind of promised myself to this. I don't know. It's up to you what you want to say.
At that point, I'll drop the chain shape, alter self, and be like, sometimes the executions in the palace get boring. We came down here for entertainment, nothing more. You can't have the hair and gun, though.
His draconic eyes open wide. He kneels before you. My lord, Hex, I did not know. Please forgive me. I will have someone tend to his body. He'll be right soon.
I have no doubt about it.
He stands up and he says, if you wanted to fight me, I would surely give you that honor. And he extends a hand, a claw.
I will firmly shake his hand, but say, no. Everard had a much better time fighting you than I would. We came down here strictly for entertainment.
And it was bloody good to watch. Next time, I'd like to challenge you myself.
He like nods, like that classic like warrior, like, up nod. Hey, how's it going? And he says, anytime, for the Lord of Avernus. And he looks out to the crowd who's now requesting him to come out. If you'll excuse me. And he flaps his wings and flies overhead, and the cheers get louder. And you are free to go. Everard's unconscious, though.
But they said they were going to tend to him. Do I need to heal him, or are they going to do it?
I was gonna say,
could.
Do they have someone? Do we?
They could tend to him, yeah.
I'd be happy taking a rest, that's for sure.
Okay. So you want to take
short
a
rest
short
would be
rest here?
helpful.
Yeah.
All right, take a
As
short
a
rest
part
here, and we'll have...
warlock.
Yeah.
So
Everard.
I'll bring him up with 5 or 10 lay on hands first, and then he could short rest.
And give yourself, in addition to that, there will be some creatures that have... They'll bring you like potions of healing. We'll just say 28 healing for Everard from the potions.
All right, and then I give you 10 more.
All right, great. The chants from the arena grow fainter and fainter.
Just 10.
Well,
'Cause then you
28
could
from
use
the
your-
potions, 10 from him.
Okay.
And then use your hit die as short
Yeah.
rest.
Oh, right, yeah. Good
If
stuff.
you need more, I'll give you more, but I figure you should be able to
Yeah, I should be good now.
get up to full.
Classic Xander Cartwright in the chat says, Q, Eye of the Tiger. Perfect
We're only
Rocky.
doing the Rocky team tonight. There's no Eye of the Tiger.
Perfect Rocky reference. No, that's Eye of the Tiger,
know-
Rocky 3.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I thought you did, Tim. You were being funny, weren't you?
No,
I
didn't.
I just think the Rocky theme should be it all the time. I didn't know Eye
So-
of the Tiger originated Rocky, but that makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. So
Rocky 3 was Eye of the Tiger. Yeah. They did both, actually. They had a training scene like where they like ran on the beach, and that was like the Rocky theme music. But they did Eye of the Tiger for another training sequence, so gotta have the training,
classic.
Classic. All right, so heal yourselves up. You can take a short rest here. All the normal rules for short rest apply, and then we'll head on out. I'm gonna switch us over to our the casino map. So let me switch us over so we can take a look at the maze. All right, so the casino.
Nick,
Here it is. What were you saying, Mike?
I was just saying I nicked myself good with my hobby knife. That's why I ran away. I'm bleeding all over.
Listen, that's what happens in the Coliseum. Blood.
There will be blood.
All right, here we go.
I'm not building my world eaters though. It's the wrong army for blood.
True. Okay, so we have succeeded at the Alabaster racetrack. Check. We have succeeded at the Cerulean Hall, Heck, and we have now succeeded at the Colosseum. But will that be enough to get you through the Stygian maze? All right. Everybody good with their healing? Everybody on track here?
Yeah, I'm back
Do
up
it.
now.
Okay.
I just wanted resources back.
Yeah.
Let's use
Fair
a
enough.
lot of hit dice now. That's good.
All right. So as you leave the Colosseum and the arena that you fought hard in, the chants fade away, and in front of you, you can see the entrance to the Stygian maze. This area's foyer is carved from a glistening obsidian stone. Looks like it's actually like maybe like one solid obsidian stone, a monolith that it's kind of been carved out of. And you can see an austere, fanged man in a high collar. He sits at an intricately carved desk next to which is a simple stone doorway. Behind the desk, from floor to ceiling, is a window that overlooks a stone maze shrouded in fog. And, Boppy, you would know this person. This is the pitmaster of the maze, the vampire, Kalen Renaudon? I'm not sure how you'd pronounce his last name. We're going to call him Kalen.
All right.
How come nobody's ever named Bob?
Yeah, what's up with that? I don't have representation in these books. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kalen looks at you. He's actually looks like he's writing maybe like in a journal, a diary, or something like that, and almost looks like, you know, annoyed that you even come. But when he realizes that there's a few of you, he's like puts down his quill and looks up at you, lowers his glasses. I don't know why this vampire has glasses, but he has glasses. Lowers them at you. And he says, "Challengers for the maze, I assume?"
You would have assumed correctly.
Oh, you're gonna love me. I'm a corn-eating machine. Is it creamed? Is it on the cob? Is cornbread? What kind of maze are we having?
"Someone shut this ogre up."
I think you're thinking of the wrong kind of maze, pal. Back when I worked at the carnival in the Feywild, you might have found the right one there. This ain't that kind of place.
Are you telling me there's no eyes in this maze? An ogre that can spell?
He says to you, "There's only suffering in the maze, unless you have wit and determination. If you choose to enter the maze, and you can successfully find its center, there will be reward. For those of you who can't, you will be lost in the maze forever." And he says, "So what do you think? Would you
Well,
like to go in?"
I can't do forever. I got a new it's a little embarrassing, but I'm getting a little bit old. I'm getting some gray in my beard. So I gotta do a dye next week. So I can only stay for about 6 days until my appointment.
I am already suffering and I am already lost, so I will go in.
Ugh.
I think we're all going in. I don't think it's like
We have no choice.
He says, "Entrance to the maze is a little different than the rest of the casino. I don't accept talents, only coins."
All right. How many is admission?
"Only one. One
I-
per individual."
All right. I take him out of Hex's pocket, like the purse that I carry for him, and I give it to him. Here you go.
Hmm.
5
Rovio,
coins.
how do you react to seeing the coins being just distributed so callously?
I don't love it. I don't love it.
I,
She doesn't
look
say
up-
anything or react, but she just like does not look happy.
But I get it, and I say, Erovil, this one here, he jaywalked. And this one here, well, actually, I don't want to tell you what he used to do. He cheated on his homework. And this one here, and like none of them are serious crimes at all, but they're all like these, relatively petty crimes.
He took the cookie from the jar. It was terrible.
And this one here gambled away his entire family's money, and they all starved to death.
That sounds pretty bad.
That was pretty serious, yeah.
Yeah.
But he was an addict. I mean, you're who's the victim here? His starving family or him for being an addict?
He looks at that one. He'll take that coin from you. That the one you just said, the more tragic story. And what he's going to do is he's going to. You'll see like Actually, I'll let you give me an insight check. Anybody that would be paying attention to his reaction. If you think your character wouldn't really care about it, you don't have to. But if you think you'd be paying attention to his reaction to grabbing the coin, you can give me a insight check. Tell me what you got.
Thankfully,
26.
Herovil's here. 9.
26.
9, 26. Anybody else? Okay.
X got a
16.
X got a 7. X is like whatever.
Hex doesn't care. Boppy, you care about this? I don't think you do, right?
No, not
I
at
think,
all.
I think
Bob's
Hex is like,
whatever.
that's not
Yeah.
what happened to the soul in that coin. Go ahead, you're
Lemon.
making this shit up.
Yeah, Lemon flies over. She starts talking about how great you guys were and how incredible the announcing was, and that distracts Boppy, and everybody else starts talking. But Eroviel, unfortunately, fortunately, she's the only one that was able to see this with the 26. You can see a flicker of hunger in his eyes when he holds that soul coin. And you get a sense that he can somehow gain life from these coins. He's a vampire. So it doesn't make sense that he could even exist here in hell.
Is there a visual for him?
There is.
Art?
Thank you for reminding me.
I need to see him.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, there's a visual. So you can see that that glint in his eye. It looks like he's got a hunger pang that just like hits him when he holds that. And here he is. Look at this guy.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's got like that demonic looking like red Avernus eyes, but he's pretty much a vampire. Ornate clothes. He's a writer. He's got you see a nice little tome. That's his journal. Got like made of human flesh and teeth. Yeah.
Wow.
Kalen
Right.
Renadon.
That looks like the Necronomicon. Is that the right word?
It
That's
kind of
the right
does, but a little different.
We were just
yeah.
talking about that movie.
All right, so that's Kalen, and you can see that he like carefully tucks that one away in his pocket. The rest he puts in like a satchel. You can hear the sounds of the screams as he opens it and throws the rest of the coins in.
Mm.
And he says,
I'll make note of what I saw, but I don't tell anyone anything
It's fair.
right there.
and he says to you, "Enter at your own risk. The center contains treasures. If you can get a treasure, find your way back out. I will be impressed. We haven't had someone complete the maze in 684 years.
Well, how many people come in a day?
Oh, dozens.
What happens to them?
They perish within the maze. Every day I get to clean up a little bit." And he licks his fangs.
Has anyone ever accomplished the maze?
684 years ago was the last one.
Who was that?
Good luck. A famed explorer. You wouldn't know him.
Cristoforo Colombo.
Trying to think of any character. Christoph Columbo.
Francis Drake.
A wizard by the name of Magellan.
Circumnavigated the Stygian maze. Incredible.
Yes. The door opens. Who steps in first?
Me.
Okay. You start to lead. Boppy, what you've heard of the maze is that the reason why it's so difficult to complete is that the maze basically magically shifts its walls. And so, like, even if you have good sense of direction, it's nearly impossible to complete.
So Kolgath hasn't used this since we were like first coming back into Avernus, like forever ago. Actually, I think we were coming down from whatever the city that fell is now.
El Terrell.
El Terrell, yeah. But I carry chalk, and I wrote. If you remember, before we went into the thing, I wrote on the ground a million years ago. So I'm prepared for a maze. That's why I was so excited.
Hey, chalk it up to experience.
Yeah, I start drawing. I'm pretty old, not quite 600 years, but so I started drawing arrows on the ground as the direction that we came from, where we're going.
Lemon says as Boppy's about to step through, she goes, I'm gonna wait here, and I'll cheer you on from above.
All right, if that's what you want.
Is she allowed to fly above the walls and help us find direction? Would that be cheating?
So she can't actually. The viewing area is enclosed, so people can watch, but she's got to be like in that box to watch you. Secondly, there's a heavy fog all throughout the maze, so it's almost impossible to see into. And when you finally enter in, you can see it. Like it's kind of like it dissipates a little bit as it gets down to the ground level. Looks like the fog in this case rises, but it creates almost like a canopy above you.
Before we walk away and lose sight of the pitmaster, I will very surreptitiously cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Very nice. Okay. And the door
at third level, so I can maintain concentration for 8 hours.
Sure. And the door seals shut. This massive stone door seals shut. So here's how it works, everybody. We'll be making either investigation checks or survival checks. We're going to be we have to designate someone as a leader for the round. The leader will be one making the checks. You cannot aid or assist in this place. It doesn't allow you to do that because of the circumstances. I have the walls and hallways shift. So even if you you're not allowed to give aid. However, I will allow for certain bonuses depending on other abilities and skills you have. I know Roviel's a ranger, so there might be some benefits that you could use. I don't know exactly what they are, but you have some, I'm sure, navigational abilities that could come into play here. But you can't just simply aid another and gain advantage. In fact, you would normally have disadvantage on these checks unless you have some sort of other benefit. Secondly, if you roll poorly on these rolls, the leader rolls poorly on these rolls, bad things can happen to you. So keep that in mind.
Oh boy.
Well, I have a -1 to those to intelligence and +1 to wisdom, so these are perfect for me.
I have a +12 for survival.
That makes sense.
Roviel's our first leader.
Yeah.
All right, Roviel, go ahead, give me a survival check.
Watch me fail. Oh, 20. Non-natural 20.
Very nice, very nice. You look around, you can see the pathways of the maze. They don't look like they're shifting in any manner right now. You've only entered the first, hallway here. By the way, the ceilings here, like I said, it appears to be thick fog, like I described, and that I guess the fog is thickest about 15 feet above you. So it is completely, you can't see through it at all at 15 feet. At 10 feet, you can see the next 5 feet. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we're going to treat the rooms as 15 feet tall with the last 5 feet above at the top being, what is it called? The obscured vision. And then the floors and walls here are all a very smooth black obsidian stone, perfectly carved. The lighting in this maze is dimly lit by hovering globes. They kind of slowly drift around, giving a dim light to every hallway. And unless I state otherwise, if it's not a hallway and you come to a room, the rooms are about 30 feet in diameter. All right, it's going to be all theater of the mind here. And we'll call out our rolls because I think we're on the regular view screen for the YouTube viewers. All right, so here we go. So we start, and we get a 20 on that check. Erovio, you look around, you kind of like maybe listen to the ground, you feel the floor, and you look for maybe some other pathways. You can see like maybe a worn path over the hundreds or thousands of years that this has been around. The obsidian might have a slight wear to it from people moving, and it seems like the most popular pathway heads like, in one specific direction, we'll say north or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll gesture for the group to head that way.
Wait, we don't want to Robert Frost this thing? We're going to go the same way that everyone else who failed goes? I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm just saying, okay.
For now, yeah.
For now, and it seems to be the right path, as most people, maybe get a good start on this, because your bearings are still intact. You've just entered, you kind of know the directions, so your intuition tells you that's the way to go. And you do. You find a room. Erovio, give me a D10. Ten. Roll again, actually, please.
A 7.
A 7. So here's what happens, Erovio. You find a room. It's a small 30-foot room. It's got other directions out of it, pretty much every cardinal direction you perceive out of this room. But there is a iron chest in the center of it. Nothing else decorating the room. Pure obsidian. The iron chest, is in the center, though. It has like a demonic-looking devil face as the keyhole.
I'm sure that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'll look at Hex and say, do you recognize this? Anything you would know?
Well, looks like a chest. It's not what I've ever seen before. Bob, is there anything I recognize about it?
No. No.
Does anybody? Is the face on it? Is that like a? Is it like a carving, or is it like a Jacob Marley like face?
Jacob Marley, like door knocker from the Muppets. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Noted. Okay. That's
Marley and Marley.
Yep. That's exactly it.
If we approach the chest, does it start speaking to us, all?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't move either. It doesn't appear to be alive.
Okay.
So you put your hand in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm gonna walk up and try and carefully place my hands on the outside of the box, lift it, and see if there's any hinges. Not putting my hands anywhere near that mouth or face.
There are hinges you can open. It's hefty, very hefty.
Will open or won't open hefty?
It has a lock, so you'd have to pick the lock or
okay,
force it open. Or
We have no key. I say we keep moving.
Maybe we'll find the key later.
Whether or not we do, we have a different objective. We should keep moving.
All right.
Our objective is not just to get one swag item and then leave.
I feel like making it to the center of the maze is probably enough to get the dragon scale. I mean, you said the last guy that came through here was what, 400 years ago? Magellan or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We need to make it in and all the way back out in one piece, and stopping for such foolishness is not going to get us there. We should keep moving.
Okay. We leave the chest as it is. Next round. Erovio, I assume you're going to do this as well.
If people are okay with me doing that, then yeah.
For the love of God, please.
Yes, please.
You exit.
Is it survival, right?
Yeah, 26.
Survival,
I could
yeah.
never roll a 26.
Andrew does have a good survival because
I think the highest I can roll
10.
is an 18.
Oh, mine's a 19, so we're doing okay.
Yeah, you don't want you guys leading the way here. The Orthon is actually a very talented tracker, Roviel. You probably know this, so you might look to Everard for some advice here, as you rolled, I think you said 26?
26, yeah.
Yeah, although, you are very, very adept as well. You look around and you see clearly there's some magic going on here, because the exit way, now that you look back at it, the entry that you came in from, the room, the hallway you came from, looks like it goes in a different direction. And even from your initial glance towards the other, the north, south, or northeast or west, exits from this room, those chambers now look like they are different. Almost from the blink of an eye, it looks like they've shifted their direction. Or perhaps this room rotated. You're not quite sure. But yeah, you're going to go with your gut here. You feel like you're going to continue on and head out another path. So you go out and you look around. You can maybe test the fog and look around and see if the fog has shifted. You may feel like you go a path where the fog has moved. It looks like it's maybe less stagnant, and you start to head that way. Give me another D10 roll.
That's a 2.
A 2. You enter into another room, and at the center of this chamber sits a simple table. On the table are 2 vials of liquid.
Do they look like any potions I recognize?
Yep, potions of greater healing is what they look like. You also see a bag on the table, and the bag has 30 talons in it.
I
Don't
will
suppose-
again.
Go ahead.
I will again look at the group and say, I think we should keep going. This may be a trap.
We don't suppose this is the treasure. We can just walk out with it.
You would know, Hex. This would be a
Small potatoes.
miserable treasure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Paltry.
If there were potions of this magnitude just lying around for anyone to find, I think more people would have accomplished this maze in the 600 plus years. This is a trap.
Well, I don't believe his 600-year story, but I should agree it's a trap.
All right, moving on. Give me another check.
Apologies for anyone who can hear my cat meowing like a maniac.
Not coming through.
Yeah,
Oh.
can't hear it at all.
She's screaming. Another 26.
Wow. Eroviel, you come into another room. This time, you can see it contains only a gurgling pool of turquoise water. It's like
Is there-
like a pool, basically.
Is there any smell?
Yeah. It smells sweet.
I'm gonna move past it. I'm not even gonna say it's a trap. I'm gonna assume the group knows. I'm just gonna keep moving.
It's a trap. It's a trap. All right. Give me another
Oh.
check.
Can I fire an arrow into it as I walk
Sure.
past it?
Yeah. You walk past everybody just keeps following her, but you stick behind and fire a bolt into it. Nothing happens. You can see the bolt sink to the bottom of the pool, although maybe the bubbles obscure it. Doesn't look like anything happens to it.
Okay. Huh. I'll move on.
And
I'm just
Eroviel, give me
waiting
another
for
check.
when 25.
Damn, so good. All right, Eroviel. This time, you enter into a planter-filled room. Sweet-smelling flowers line the outside of it, the outskirts of it. At the center of the room, you can see a very large, locked wooden chest.
Does this seem like the treasure?
It seems like a much bigger prize than the previous ones.
But this doesn't seem like the end of the line. There seems like more to
You
go.
know- Give me an insight check.
It's an 11.
It's an 11. You're not quite sure where you are because the paths have changed. Could this be the center? Could it not be? I will tell you, though, something will pop into your head. You have a compass, a very special one that works only here in Avernus.
Mhm.
You still have that? Incredible.
I do. I just don't like using it.
Oh,
Perhaps I'll take it out now.
You take it out. You can go back, work your way around. The compass will guide you true. You feel like going back to the pool room, going back to the other room, that you can find it now by using that. And even though the maze changes, the compass seems to guide you to the direction you need. You feel like you're at the center in that planter room.
This is it.
All right, I'm sure nothing terrible is going to happen when we touch the chest.
Aravil will step back and gesture for someone else, like Everard or Boppy, to go get the treasure. She's basically like, I've done my job. It's all yours.
I'm gonna go
Well-
invisible.
Okay.
Does the mouth of the chest seem like keyhole sized or like larger?
Keyhole size.
Big enough that I could like use. I don't carry lockpicking tools as a Prince of Avernus, since that's well below me. But a dagger. Could a dagger try and open this lock?
If you try to open this case with the dagger,
Yeah.
it will open at your request.
Well, then we are in business here, folks.
You can hear a loud
Turn around
hissing
and look.
sound.
Everyone's so nervous.
You hear a loud fiendish hissing as the lock opens upon your command. And inside, everyone hears this screeching, the wailing of 100 soul coins packed tightly together in this chest.
Aravil doubles over and covers her ears.
Oh man, that would feed Bat Boy for a while, huh?
Certainly wouldn't hurt.
You keep the chest open, you can hear the sounds.
I'm gonna close it back up after we've decided what's in there. There's no reason to keep it open.
Well, we should keep the coins.
Oh, we can carry the chest out, right?
I mean, that's
Unless it's so heavy that we can't carry the chest out.
Don't you have that many in your pocket? Could we have just like avoided all this and have been like, "Oh wow, I have the treasure that's 400 years old right here."
You didn't know
Probably.
what it was exactly, but yes. Now you know. Yeah, I mean, 100's incredible for pretty much anybody but Hex.
Yeah, what
It's
did
a
you
lot of
roll?
souls.
Didn't you have like 150 or something when you rolled?
No.
Yeah, no. I mean, Bob was just essentially like, you're Prince of Avernus. Like, take as many soul coins as you want, but
Yeah.
100 souls is no. It's not a. Not everyone's
Like,
walking around with 100 souls in their
Just
pocket,
for
you know?
instance, like some of the warlords of Avernus, like a lot of them had like, I want to say, if I'm just going off the top of my head here, but I think it was like they might have had like 20 or 30. The dudes who would like be like Mad Max riding around in the wastelands in their cars, those crazy vehicles. They would have like 30. You know what I mean?
I've got 7.
Right. So like 100's like legitimately. I feel like it'd be like finding like $100,000.
Right, taking it, we're gonna boogie feet out of here. So is it just like bulky certainly, but like can like Colgath or I or like multiple people working together move it while it's closed?
Colgath or Everard has the strength to hold it. Boppy probably has the strength to hold it.
Great. Let's
Done.
pick up that chest and
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
get it back to that bloodsucker, huh?
All right.
Bob will
Last
carry it.
thing to happen here.
Thank you.
As
Buffy.
you leave the room, you can hear another loud screeching sound. And each one of you, especially Everard, because you went invisible, you're going to get hit by some unseen force. What are your armor saves, everybody?
22.
Armor
16.
19.
17.
My AC is 18.
Why
So I'm
especially
gonna-
me if I'm invisible?
I'm going to go around the horn here. Let's see. So we'll start with... Who's on the top here? Dasha, you're first. 22 hits you, right?
Oh yeah.
13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Next up is going to be Mike. 16. Does that hit you?
Exactly.
6 bludgeoning damage. Next up would be a 12. That's not going to hit Hex.
Nope.
And then... oh my god. Everard, a critical hit against you. 19
He gets a raise
damage.
at the end of it. He gets to keep half the slow coins.
Yeah, 19 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, that's non-magical now, right?
It is non-magical, I believe.
Oh,
Yes.
so it's only 9 for me.
9. And then against Kolgath, 25
That'll do it. Wow.
for 10 bludgeoning. You get the sense that there are creatures in here, invisible creatures that are attacking you as you exit the room. They will chase you down. It seems like they're almost wisps of the wind. Give me a track check, Eroviel.
Do I
Survival
get
check, I mean.
advantage from the compass at all, or is that just
Yes.
make it regular?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I'd like to do something too. An AoE
24.
thing.
You may. Go ahead.
I'm going to use my
Um,
channel divinity, which is going to allow me to. God, it's so far down. Basically, everyone's going to be afraid of me and have a speed of 0.
Cool.
Why can't I find? Oh my god, level 17 characters have too many things on these.
Agreed.
They have a lot. Yeah. All right. So it's going to be saving throws for the creatures.
Yeah, I just want to find out what kind and make sure I'm doing it right.
Gotta be wisdom.
Wisdom save. Any creature within 30 feet.
Okay. You can hear the shrieks on the wind in this room as you're running out. And Erovil, you can use the compass, find the right way. Boppy can grab the chest. Whoever, with strength, or Everard can grab the chest. And you start to rush out. Polgath has done a nice job of keeping some of them at bay. But you can hear the wisps and the screams as they fade into the distance. And you make it back. You find the simple stone doorway which leads out of the maze and returns you to the lobby. The door opens, and before you can see a stunned vampire before you. Kalen says, "Incredible." He looks at the chest, and he licks his lips, and you can see, he clearly has already had some snack. He's got more vigor. He's standing. He's got, the strength has returned to him. And he says, "A shame. They no longer belong to me." And he looks at Hex and he says, "Here, just one more." And he waves his hand. You could see the black scales of a dragon get placed onto your cloak. "And you can gain access to Dragon's Pride." What do you say, Hex?
Appreciate it. I'm gonna nod politely and say, do you mind if I inquire as to how you came across so many soul coins in the first place?
He says, "Windfall has a way with souls."
Your 643 years story was not true, correct?
He says, "I'll never tell."
Hmm.
And he smiles
So-
at you.
All
And,
too easy.
And what's her name? Lemon zips by. She goes, "Oh, did you guys go already?"
Already done.
"Oh, I couldn't see anything. The fog was horrible."
We made it out. We made it quickly. That's all that matters.
"Now I know why nobody does this one." He looks at the maze in the background.
Yeah.
He says, "All right, good. You got your 4 scales. Now we're going to go to the VIP section. Hey, Boppy, we finally made it."
Oh boy, well, I guess we did it. It's not really why I came down here, but yeah, sure. We'll see what it looks like.
All these years we worked here, and we never got to see the VIP lounge.
You weren't with the right VIPs.
You head down to the lobby, and you can see Snake Eyes there. And he looks at all of you, And Snake Eyes says to you, but kind of glares at Boppy with this. And he says, Windfall is waiting for you. He says, head to the dragon statue. Oh yeah, you'll need this. And waves his hand, and you have now the 5th scale. The green scale.
As we're walking, I'd like to pull Hex to the back of the group to have a private word with him. If possible, without other people hearing. Yeah.
Yes, you start heading to the lobby again, and you can pull him back, and everybody's up ahead. You hear Lemon, ogling over all the strapping male devils up ahead.
I'll tell Hex, you know one reason I came back. That one was pretty clear, but the other I only alluded to. Mordenkainen's mission is something that I must put above my own needs right now, and I may need your help securing an item that could very well be the thing that saves this and all other realms. So if we find the item I need, don't hold me back.
Concerns the material plane are not particularly important to us down here in Avernus.
All planes. I don't know if you would be immune to the workings of Vecna, and she'll say the name quietly.
Oh.
Is that a name that Hex recognizes in any
Give me a
capacity?
history check.
Yeah. Well, but we saw what's his name with the hand of Vecna.
Archon.
Archon the Cruel. We did see Archon the Cruel. That was so long ago. I got a 5 on history. It probably means nothing to me.
You probably just remembered that from Archon.
Yeah.
Can I hear the word Vecna?
I think she meant to keep it a secret, yeah.
Far be it from me to interrupt the plans of the Grand Wizard Mordenkainen. I certainly won't stop you. And if it means screwing over Windfall, it's all the better for us.
Thank you. If I do not accomplish my personal mission while I'm here, I will try to return. And if I cannot, and you happen across Max, please do your worst.
I will gesture broadly, encompassing Kolgath and everyone else, and say, of course we will be here, and glad to know Max is still alive. We'll be on the lookout for him.
All right. She'll nod and walk ahead.
So you finish this conversation. As you get to the statue, you can see everybody looking up at it, the other characters. Bobby, you've been here before. It's a huge dragon statue, tribute to Tiamat. But it's a giant obsidian dragon. And it is here in the center of the lobby. You've passed it millions of times. No idea why they would tell you to go here, but, you walk up. And when Hex approaches, when you get close enough to it, Hex, within maybe like 5 feet, your scales start to glow, and so does the dragon. It now appears that it's in a solid state, appears now in a translucent state. Within, you can see a stone platform slowly levitating between this floor and one below. You step forward onto the platform. You motion to your friends. They do the same. And the elevator rides down. It opens into a lavish lounge. Couches surrounded by low tables in this dimly lit room. At the center, you can see a circular bar, liquor bottles on shelves, flash colors in time with faintly playing jazz music. You can see a frost blue devil pouring drinks behind the bar. And in the center of the lounge, you can see a well-dressed devil in like a tuxedo, but almost like pocket watches and other items would be adorned to somebody's appropriate attire for this scene. It's chain after chain, gold chains, silver chains, and the creature turns around, and you can see Max.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He says, shocked face. Eroviel. I wasn't expecting you. And we'll see you next week. The finale of Chapter 8. Dragon's Pride. More to come. Don't forget, Curse of Strahd finale tomorrow, and next week we'll have both finales ending in the same week. Don't miss it. I'll be posting up tomorrow as a reminder in the Discord. Check the links below for all the social media platforms so you don't miss another upload. We'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good night.
Night, everyone.
Good night.